Welcome and thank you for listening to our audio presentation. My name is Walter Berger and I'm reading from my book Prosperity for Everyone. Yes, we can, but how and when? How to develop a clear overview, realistic goals, optimism and self-reliance in our hectic world. The book is published by Taschengeld Management and also available as an audio presentation, as an ebook or as a printed workbook. For more information, please have a look on our homepage www.taschengeld-management.de. Here you also can download easy-to-understand copy templates for daily use. Chapter 5 Debts. Debts is energy needed for tomorrow that was already used yesterday. Wikipedia gave us for debt the following definition. A debt is an obligation owed by one party, the debtor, to a second party, the creditor. Usually this refers to assets granted by the creditor to the debtor. But the term can be also used metaphorically to cover moral obligations and other interactions not based on economic value. A debt is created when a creditor agrees to lend a sum of assets to a debtor. Debt is usually granted with expected repayment, in modern society in most cases, of the original sum plus interest. In finance, debt is a means of using anticipated future purchasing power in the present, before it has actually been earned. Some companies and corporations use debt as a part of their overall corporate finance strategy. At the beginning of November 2011, several residents of a village outside Peking in China were interviewed. The reporter wanted to capture the sentiments of rural Chinese on the massive debts that many foreign states have to China. With a twinkle in his eye, one man approached, said, "The Europeans are greedy for meat. They do everything to get more meat. When they don't have enough money, they borrow money to get even more meat. We love meat as well. But when we don't have any money, we don't buy any meat." This comment might sound a little strange at first, and perhaps say something about the value of meat for this man. But when the word meat is replaced by consumption, you soon see the deeper truth. In Europe, we live far beyond our means, and pay with money we do not have. China has huge foreign exchange reserves, maybe also because gushing tax income is not necessarily used to expand basic social services for all sections of the population. One reason for the strong economic growth and the high profits in connection with this are the extremely low labor costs, usually at the expense of the working population, who often have to get on by extremely low wages. This favorable time is used for buying and making worldwide investments in the expansion of trade relations, key markets, and in securing the energy and raw material resources needed. Today, many countries are battling with dramatic liquid problems and have huge debts to China. When we think about moral obligations, today in the world of consumption and advertisement, making debts is easy. A tempting offer, convenient payment in installments, a real bargain. Stores and tease us with slogans such as, "I'm not stupid. You can buy it on credit. You have credit. How about a little more? Treat yourself. You've earned it." Sometimes this reminds me the snake Kaa in the Jungle Book, who sang to Mowgli, "I don't blame you. You can believe in me. Trust in me." You will find very nice movies on YouTube. But at the end, It would be too easy to condemn manipulative advertising, profit-oriented companies, greedy banks, politicians who want to be re-elected, or even fate as the guilty seducer, and to forgive ourselves as willless victims. Responsible action also means responsibility to accept the consequences. A person has financial debts when they have bought something on credit. Perhaps the reason for an unpleasant situation today was a short-sighted decision in the past. Please don't forget, maybe you have some debts, but you are not guilty. It is not worse looking for someone to blame or feeling guilty. This only robs us of additional energy. For many people, debts create fear and the feeling of losing the capacity to act. Maybe there is a difficult situation that now needs to be resolved wisely. You cannot reverse what you have done, but you can learn from it and move on and act in a better way. Oppressive debts and high monthly installments disappear when you pay them off and do not take any new ones. This might sound simple, but it calls for emotional balance, a realistic overview of your financial situation and possible options for action, resolve and discipline. This section will give you clarity about your existing debts and liabilities. You learn 8 steps to reduce debts. You draw up a debt cancellation plan and obtain a good overview in order to set payment priorities. It then becomes easier to identify positive progress towards the goal of freedom from debt. And please remember, oppressive debts and monthly installments disappear when you pay them off and do not take on any new ones. To get a clear overview of the existing debts, proceed as follows. Just take a piece of paper and write down all your debts. To whom do you owe money? How much? Why? What did you buy? What monthly repayments do you have to make for this? When will you be debt-free? How do you feel? And please remember, maybe you have some debts, but you are not guilty. Now, I like to show you an 8-step plan to freedom from debt. Please proceed as follows to draw up a debt cancellation plan and to pay off your debts. First, enter all your debts in the debt cancellation plan. You will find an example in the workbook or on our homepage to download. Second, make your ranking list for repaying existing debts. For example, pay off the loan with the highest rate of interest first, or the smallest loan, because fast positive results motivate, or take the shortest repayment time, and soon there's another debt paid off. Third, negotiate better terms with your creditor. Talk about possibilities for agreeing a lower rate of interest or possible debt restructuring, because many times overdrawing a current account is very expensive. Talk about lower monthly installments or partial debt cancellation. This means that the whole debt is redeemed upon payment of a partial amount. Don't worry, take action. You'll be amazed at what can be achieved by talking and staying on the ball. Number 4. Transfer the monthly installments to the expenditure budget. Number 5. If necessary, reduce your expenditure and generate additional income. Get an additional job. 6. Start regularly saving 10% of your income right now. Give it a try. You'll see that it can be done if you want it. Pay the agreed installments regularly and on time. Use any additional income for higher repayment of the current number 1 of your debt ranking list. When one debt has been paid off, move on to the next one. Use liquidity released from the debt paid off to pay off the next debt more quickly. Proceed in this way until all debts have been paid off. This is indeed a debt cancellation boost. Number 8. Once all debts have been paid off, You should aim to save liquid reserves up to 6 times your monthly expenditure. Congratulations! Debts have been paid off. You have credit again. But please don't use it. At the end of this chapter Debts, write down where you see an urgent need to take action. What will you do?